Whoa! Holy shit! I just woke up from the wildest dream. Holy fuck. I dreamt that there was this ancient city.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and
You were in
what
the
you're
dream
doing with
too.
that bow on your back?
Fuck.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Rufus is becoming it because his... But if you give him some of this, Willow Bark, it will calm him down.
Poor guy. My uncle was a victim of...
Huh?
Yulia.
Give it to her.
Oh, no.
And then I want to get some more information from this guy.
I'll go, but...
Alright, couple things that I want to take care of. First things first, I want to see if I can get some more information from the bounty hunter.
You, Tantalus, cannot.
Yep, blah 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 blah. Not only that, I want to get some arrows from him. I want to just use this run real quick to get some arrows. And then I want to... I don't know if I showed it on any of the previous videos, but there's a
Help! You have
little
to do something.
hidden room that I want
A
to check
man
out.
arrived in the baths. Real nasty.
Blah 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 blah. I'll get right on it. Do not
What?
go in there. Just trust me. You, sir. I have more questions. Sucks as though I'm like very limited on how many questions I can ask.
Stop.
I
right
have to do
there.
without pissing him
I'm
off.
looking for Tiberius.
Blah, 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 blah. Yes, he's in the villa right at the end of this road. He goes by... Oh.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Oh, I gotta watch this. I was gonna ask you more questions, but after I saw that, I need to see how this goes down.
What now?
I'm here for Malleolus. Who might you be?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
Then go through you, I shall.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Holy shit, okay. Oh shit, I wanted to see if she would move so I can get through the door. Doesn't look like she's gonna move. Okay, now we know how that happens. I'm already here. Oh shit. Hurry, 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 hurry. Do your fucking... Oh shit. Do your thing, do your thing. Fucking do it. Thank God. Pretty sure he missed too. Alright, I need to get some more intel on Malleolus. I need to see if I get some proof on if Malleolus is not really
Stop
Malleolus.
right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as... I'm not sure. So... Thank you. A small community.
Wait, what's the mystery called?
Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quintius did, those days are numbered.
Okay, but what did Quintius do?
You say that, but if you're... So you admit you're not allowed to leave. That sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, the many shall suffer for the...
I feel like he's gonna shoot me if I say this, but I want to just see it anyways.
A distinction without a difference.
Okay.
You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They're not statues, they're real people covered in gold.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me. Yes, because I'm the real villain here.
I mean,
it's all clear.
you
to me
are.
now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's how?
I have no idea who or where he is. Can you tell me more? Continue. What is going to take you to let this go? Gold. Take all the gold you want. I want to help you even if I do.
Gold? I don't care about gold. You don't seem to understand the situation, so let me make it abundantly clear. The only thing I care about is carrying out my duty to execute the cultist Quinctius. I have spent many exhausting months tracking this arsonist through cities and villages, roads and forests, bribing stubborn travelers and peasants for leads. At times, I was so bone-tired I could have sworn I'd approached the brink of death. But still, day and night, I pressed on for the glory of the Emperor. So, you see, I know he's here. Turning back is not an option, and right now, the only thing standing between me and my triumphant return to Rome is you. So, for the last time, are you going to tell me where he is, or do I have to put an arrow in you and ask the next person I meet?
Fuck. Okay, I guess there's not much
Suddenly it's all
information
coming back
I
to
can
you,
get
is
from
it?
you.
Thank you.
For once and for all, I want to check out this little hole. Oh, just scratch marks. It looks like arrows for a second. I don't care them hurt. I'll be fine. I just want to check this out. I think I'm passively healing anyways. Ooh, that means important shit's gonna happen. I've never been through here. Why did it get darker? I'm like actually creeped out. I feel like there's gonna be more of those fucking statue things in here, but because I've never been through here before, I don't know what to expect. What the fuck? Oh! Ask the old man if he's seen Kabosh.
Come and join me by the fire. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name? It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I found this place by accident. I'm looking for a plaque that was removed. I'm looking for Kabosh.
Ah, Kabosh. I
Bash.
know this man. He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule? Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
Sure.
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
Yes.
And to what extent? In every situation?
Most situations.
So, you're not entirely confident. That is quite sensible. Indeed, I'm reminded of something Socrates once said. To paraphrase, better to know that you know nothing than to know nothing and think that you know. It is because knowledgeable people have learned enough to know they know very little, in the broader scheme of things. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and do? I would say so. I mean, even if you don't, sometimes the right thing is the hard thing. The hardest things are the right thing. I don't know how I'm phrasing that. The right thing is the hard thing. Yeah, that sounds right. So just because it's hard to do doesn't necessarily mean you're doing the wrong thing to do. Yes.
Let me guess. Is it yours?
I wasn't going to say that.
And that's a credit to you. It is the mark of a civilized person to change their position when
I thought this
presented
conversation
with a
was going
superior
differently.
argument. My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
Not sure about that. What about do not kill?
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made, such as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil. For any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended, and those situations are impossible to codify. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
Sure.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Finally, thank you. Don't want to be that guy, but like I have shit I need to go do.
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I have time.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunk mercenary. It became heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny. They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
Okay.
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
So you're deliberately hiding down here, though?
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
So he's not going to tell us his name. Oh, he's going by the Hermit Philosopher.
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years. Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation, so I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
That is true.
As you wish.
Do you know a way out of here?
Huh. If I did, would I be living like this?
That is true. What do you think the
Did we
golden
not
rule?
discuss it at length already?
We did.
Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha!
I wasn't, but okay. I just felt the need to ask. You don't gotta be rude. Do you know where I can find the plaque that was removed from the... Okay, hold on. Before I ask that, where's
I will
Kabash?
tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, They tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
Okay. I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
What did it say?
We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among people's possessions.
Is
You see,
Kabash holding on to the Egyptian plaque?
But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail. There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
That is one fucked up key, but okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm glad. Okay, shit, maybe I should have asked about the plaque then. Maybe it would have been tied in together regardless. Because the way this is going.
Chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Do I actually have the option to, like, give up his location? This is where he sleeps. Okay. I don't like where this is going. Obviously, the gate was locked for a reason. Am I going to shoot mummies? Is that going to be a thing? A little better. This is fucking creepy. This is fucking creepy. Why is the game saving? Oh shit, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew there would be shit to kill. This is gonna be locked. Fucking. Let's see what I get from back here. It's probably just a person too. Yeah, it's just a person. Well, not a person, but like... This feels sketchy. I feel like there's supposed to be like dudes raising. Come on. There's no way this is normal. No one's gonna wake up from the water? Okay, fine. Super fucking sketch. I fucking hear your bitch ass. Why is there growling? Hi there. Why was that death sound so dementing? Why are you growling? What's growling back here? Bitch. One shot. One kill. What's with the screams? Jesus. So this is where we're gonna find the Egyptian plaque. Stop wobbling your head. I'm like trying to eyeball the statues now, see if they move or not. Was there one directly underneath me? Oh, there you are. I need to stop being so scared. I need to stop being such a pussy. These things aren't as bad as they actually seem. Obviously, there's going to be jump scares, which is what I'm afraid of. Are you a good guy? Are you good? Friend or foe?
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who
So
are
we
you?
went from Rome with a little bit of Greek, because there was a Greek, there is a Greek guy in here, to now Egyptian.
I am Kabash.
No fucking
And
way!
let me guess, another Greek or Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors. Trousers, boots, curious here. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want? To what end? That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but
Okay,
for
can
now,
we like
I must
hurry up with
remain.
this conversation? At this
Here,
point, I don't even
take
care about
it
the plaque.
and
I want
restore
to. We
the
need to talk
honor
about
of
Dooley.
Osiris.
We need to talk about Dooley. Can we talk about Dooley?
Now, as for the other plaque,
The fourth plaque. You know about that? Do you know where?
indeed, I have it right here.
Is this the mystery
I
plaque?
stumbled across a collection
What?
of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was. You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it,
Why?
because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
Are you going to get?
I will tell you, but first, do you know what this place is?
The Egyptian underworld?
It has a name, and that is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story, and here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers, but instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron.
Am I gonna have to kill you to get the fucking mystery plaque? I don't want to have to kill you, man.
As the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours
Give me an option to change your mind. Let's talk about
My
Dooley.
only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
You can see why you're unhappy with the Greek and Romans.
I am glad to hear it, which brings me to this other, fourth plaque. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us, and that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this I cannot accept. I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more. You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into
Come
the
on, no,
black
no, no,
abyss
no,
below
no.
in
No,
Osiris's
fuck,
name.
shit. Did I fuck up?
You are too late. It is done.
No. Venture beneath the Egyptian underworld.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
I'll find my way.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask.
We need to talk about Dooley. Where's the option about Dooley?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as
Dooley
Alexandria,
mentioned you. Why
the
are
name
we
of the
talking about
city the
Dooley?
Greeks built over it. I was
I'm
a
trying to get
fisherman,
my buddy
like
out of
my
the
father
fucking
before me.
cage.
Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kerti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kerti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead. This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me. I think if someone is to break the golden rule, it will not be me, for I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment that will come from it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods. I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness, Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is it would be unwise to venture down there.
Well, I don't have a choice now.
Is everyone so contrary where you are from? Do not even consider it. Good. Be gone from this place. Wait. You are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
Oh, yeah. I'll find a way back
We
up.
shall see.
I fucking hate you. I hate you so much. Why didn't we talk about Dooley? Why didn't we have a single conversation about Dooley, though?
Beware the children of Amit.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm just saying it would have been a nice little touch if he, like, peeked over. Who the fuck? Okay, there's definitely gonna be some fuckers here that we gotta kill. I'd be surprised if there wasn't. Look around, look around. Stranger, heed the final words of Namkuzu. Bear witness to our aftermath. We accept the newcomers with open arms as if family, but each newcomer, the bonds of our family strained. Okay, what's gonna happen if I hit this button? Same thing, big ass boulder. And where are you gonna crash into? Maybe I want to do that. Maybe I'm trying to flood it so that the water rises.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction. That was a promise. You will die here.
Okay. I'm sorry for that cut. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm out of breath. Alright, I had to take the biggest fucking shit, and then my dad called up saying that he was bringing home lunch. So I literally ran to get everything situated because it's like, it was a cliffhanger that when my dad called, like, oh, by the way, I'm on my way. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what I'm playing. So he wouldn't understand. But this is shit. Okay. So what were we doing? Brain fart. We explored. I was about to press the button. And then he shows up. He's all like, okay, when I said you weren't going to make it back up, that wasn't a prediction. I had planned on it. Now he's threatening to kill me. There's no need for this to end in violence. Get out of my way or you'll be the one who dies.
I disagree. I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed? Very well, I will listen. But if I sense deception, or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat. So tell me, why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy.
If something can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. There's no shame in building on the works of people who came before you. I'm just trying to replace all the plaques taken from the desecrated obelisk.
Why? To what end?
I'm hoping it'll earn me an audience with the god of the underworld.
But why? What business could you have with Osiris?
I'm going to confront him about the golden rule. I'm going to demand he let everyone go. But everyone's dead. We're all dead.
Blasphemous fool! You have sealed your own fate.
Shit. Wait, if you attack, you'll break the golden rule.
Ha, good. I welcome it. You see, the philosopher told me that each time it breaks, Osiris bellows with rage, and his voice shakes the very foundations of the earth. I can only hope one more tremor will lay waste to this fragile place once and for all, and you along with it.
Oh my god! I have to go back down there. Well, no, I have the plaque, so I should be fine. Follow Sentinas back to the shrine. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, hold on. Curiosity. Paradox, right?
Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all die. Allow me to explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes.
Yes.
The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox.
Yes.
To illustrate, when the golden rule is broken...
Blah, blah, blah. We've already been here before. Return to the original timeline with no way back.
Indeed.
I might need to rethink this.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Can I do it anyways? I just want to see. I want to see what happens. Get back here. Get your bitch ass back here.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
But because he's dead, create a time paradox. Holy shit!
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light. What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived here in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have the suicide note you carved into this tablet here.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar?
Because
I've
it's
spent
your
a lifetime
handwriting.
in this place, going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
I killed the man who opened the time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it all from happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Now you're getting it.
I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here. A mistake? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. And it's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
The first ending. I forgot there was like 4 different endings to this game. Oh, I don't want to show the credits just yet. I want to finish the game. Thank you. Trust me, I'll show the credits at the end. I will show the credits when we get the final ending, because I want to do all 4 endings. I don't have to start over, right? It's gonna save me before I killed him. Okay, cool. Perfect. So just to double check, I still have inventory. I want to make sure I still have. Yes. Okay, so we're back on track. Sinners, persuade Rufus to stop threatening Virgil. Figure out how to stop Virgil's harassment. Let's go talk to him. Let's go talk to Rufus. That should not have taken that much damage. Whatever. And then after Rufus...
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm.
Hey, Horatius.
Magistrate's orders.
How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election?
After Rufus, I want to go down there. There's something down there. I forget why I go down there, but there's something down there that I've never finished. Never been able to figure out.
Citizen.
Oh, there you are. I ran right past you. Hi, Rufus. We gotta talk, buddy.
Name's Rufus. Better watch your step.
Why are you threatening
No
Virgil?
idea what you're talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know it was you. I found the...
Look, I'll leave him alone from now on.
Thank you.
It's not as if I was ever going to hurt him anyway. I was just lashing out. I'm going to go and clean up the graffiti. Just forget this ever happened. Will you?
Thank you. Now go talk to Virgil. That little problem is solved. Virgil, what's up, my man?
Ah, a new face. I hear we have...
I don't want to worry. Don't worry about the threats. It's just Rufus. He says he's never going to hurt you.
What demon or spirit told you about that?
I found an incomplete note in his house.
You went snooping in his place? That was risky. We're lucky you didn't cross any lines. Have you spoken to him about it?
Yes.
Really? How did you manage that?
I found a treatment in...
Ah, poor fellow. I've heard that can really mess with a person's head. Well done for figuring that out.
But help, I think he wants to help clean up the graffiti
Really?
too.
That's promising. I'll keep an eye out for him.
I'm going
Nice to talk
now.
to you.
Nice. That problem solved. Until it's not. Wait, is he actually coming down to clean the graffiti? I gotta see this. Are you gonna help? Are you gonna help him clean the graffiti? I gotta see if he actually does it. I want to know. Is he a man of his word?
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, you're stuck. Let me give you a little push. Let me give you a little push. Oh, come on. Be a man of your word. Go. Help Virgil.
Sometimes I stare at the Great Temple on the bluff, and I think...
He's a man of his word. He meant it. Are we gonna talk about this? Are we gonna talk about how Rufius is cleaning up? There's gonna be any dialogue here? Are you fucking kidding me? Virgil, they may not see you yet, but I want to know you. Virgil, wait, what? Virgil, they may not see you yet, but I want you to know I see you. Is that a threat? Was that a threat? Was that the letter I gave him for the thing? Okay, I guess not. Anyways, we're gonna go down to the caverns. And yes, there will be shit down there that we gotta kill.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Yes.
Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh. Why do
Shit, I should have grabbed more arrows before I did this.
So,
Oh well.
there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal. What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
That was a great story, but I'm still going.
Good idea.
This is kind of a lie because I told him I wasn't going to, but here I am. Now there will be creatures here that we gotta kill. You're not so big and scary, but you are pretty intimidating when it feels like I'm cornered. Show the pendant to Scintilla. Wait. Okay. Little 250. 250? Are you Scintilla? You're not Scintilla. I fucking hate you. Or
So you survived the system. Probably just a stroke of fortuna. Don't get cocky.
If you say so. Alright. I got shit to share with you. I have very valid information.
Don't mind me. I just live. Oh. Oh no. That's Scintilla's. The question is, what was it doing in the cistern? A skeleton? Oh gods. You mean she's
dead, unfortunately. Yes, I'm sorry. I don't know. Something about it doesn't seem right to me.
What do you mean? I'm
just not sure about I'm just not sure how she could have been reduced to a skeleton after only 3 weeks. Probably just being paranoid, never mind.
But didn't Domitius say there's some kind of creature down there that killed and ate Hannibal? Could it not have attacked her too?
Yes, I suppose that would explain it. He did, which makes me wonder, what if that skeleton was Hannibal?
What are you saying? That somebody crept down there and put Scentilla's amulet on another body to make us think she was dead? Why would anyone do such a thing?
Perhaps they abducted her and she wants us to stop looking for her. I think she did it herself to make us all stop looking for her.
What? You don't know her at all. She would never do such a thing. And even if she did, where is she now? So this is just baseless speculation then. I've heard enough. I won't have you peddling scurrilous gossip about my sister's tragic death. Kindly keep your insane conspiracy theories to yourself and leave me alone to grieve, you barbarian.
Okay, that conversation didn't go the way I wanted to. Can we talk to... not Rufius. What was the fucking... where did he go? Oh wait, is he up here talking to... no. Where the fuck is he? Oh, there you are.
What is it, citizen?
Well, why don't you turn around?
All right.
Like a man. And
That's
speak to
quite an
me
impressive
in the
bow
face.
you have there.
What now?
Just like Diana's.
What business is that of yours? Ah. I see. So, she's dead then. Well, I'm not exactly happy about it. But what would be the point of getting upset? It's not going to bring her back. I'm just thinking of how I'm going to tell her father. I suppose it'll have to be tomorrow. After all, the turmoil of the election is out of the way. Thanks for letting me know. All right.
So that's it. That's all. That's the conversation right there. Do I have to like... okay, maybe you have to go about the conversation differently. Because I don't know any other big places that I can go explore. At this point, it's just... how do I go about convincing everyone to do what I need them to do? And how the fuck do I get in there? And I'm still missing a plaque.
Time.
Galerius, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, Galerius. It's for your own good. You'll come right back, I promise.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Is there anything of importance in here? Oh, shit.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Wait, no. No, 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 no. No.
Yes, what are you doing?
No, don't do it.
Back from there.
Don't do it.
If
We
you
gotta
lose your
talk.
balance, you'll fall.
Don't fucking
That's
do it.
the idea.
You can't tell, but I'm like reaching my
Why?
hands out right now.
Why would you
even though
want
it's
that?
a fucking game.
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him. Thank you.
Okay,
And
come on.
please, choose your words carefully.
Obviously, I don't want him to fucking jump.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
No. It's wrong and you know it. I was just going to ask you what's wrong. No, I think you have the right to die if you're suffering badly enough. What the fuck? We're not encouraging suicide here. Are you kidding me?
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Wait, no, 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 no. Ask Ulpius for Scintilla.
I can't believe he went through with it.
Tell Sentius you suspect
Oh, Lord.
Ulpius.
That poor lamb. That was not your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted.
Fuck!
Moments after you arrived. Well, I suppose it means suicide isn't a sin under the Golden Rule. So I guess that means whichever god is responsible for it. It isn't mine. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Wait, did he fall inside Malleolus's? Holy shit! I gotta go down there. I need to go down there and check out and see what happened.
Thank you.
No
Thank you.
fucking way.
Delighted and deeply honored to have been elected.
Is that's him?
Magistrate. Yes, yes. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to be.
No hidden secrets.
And now.
Fuck, dude.
And now,
He just crashed right through the floor. And you didn't hear shit? You're just continuing on with your speech? Have I been up here before? Oh. Hi?
You're not supposed to be in here. Talk. What business could you possibly have with me? My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much. An intriguing proposition. Go on.
I don't think Malleolus is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Just a hunch. I was hoping that we could figure out the true identity together.
You know, I may have the very thing.
Is this
you're looking
Malleolus's
for.
wife?
Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I'll let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me? To withdraw? Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once.
Fuck!
Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
Shit.
Magistrate.
Hold on, before we go in there, is there anything...
Elected your magistrate.
Okay, I think the first time I ran into her, I fucking freaked out and pulled out my bow.
Talk. I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I'm receiving strange women in private. But I couldn't agree more.
Oh.
One hand washes the other, as they say. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me.
Hit me, sister. What do you need, girl?
I want you to bring me some wine. Just one small urn should
I already
do
got
it.
you. I got you.
Don't
I
look
got
at
you right
me
here.
like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me to spell out? So you'll help me?
Yes, I have it right here.
Thank you. Here's the letter.
I know my parents said don't talk with your mouth full, but the proof is right there in the
Now,
first fucking sentence.
Perhaps you can tell me who Quinctius really is. What? He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know.
Sure.
Thank you. Now, I appreciate your, discretion in this matter. I
God
think
forbid I
it's
can't
best
get
if you
another
go
copy,
now.
like right
We'll
now.
speak no more of this.
Can I ask you some
Why
questions?
are you still here?
I just want to ask you some questions.
I think a better question is, preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
Okay, I don't...
The dainty little thing from next door. Of course not. As much as I despise her father, I would never lay a finger on that poor, sweet child. Well, I've had quite enough of this. Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
Fuck! I just can't have a simple conversation with you, can I? Okay, fine, I'm going. Does this really affect anything, though? Can I not just talk to you?
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
Oh, I want a lot from you.
I like... Well...
But I have the note! I have the letter!
That's quite...
Because I know you're Quintius, your wife gave me your love letter, and Nero wants you dead.
So, it finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you, what? One of Nero's assassins? So, you're not going to kill me? Oh, so much work and money. Oh, well, if I do it, you'd let me live? Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal and release those two from debt bondage. There. You got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
Oh, I have so much clipping I gotta do.
Domitius, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
I've made a decision to release Julia and Ulpius and withdraw from the election. I want you to go and inform Equitia.
Sir? Are you under duress, sir?
I've just had a change of heart.
But you were on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, all that money, wasted.
Those are my orders. Carry them out.
As you wish, sir.
Fuck yeah. In your fucking face. So can I tell...
Priestess, Malleolus has decided to withdraw from the election.
Oh, well, that's surprising. But thank you for telling me. I'll let everyone know.
Okay, so there's two ways I can go about this now.
Citizens, I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default. That is all.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get...
It's too late for that. Julia and I made a pact, and she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that. What? Are you messing with me?
Oh, she's A-okay.
We're free. We're free. Thank you. It seems fortune smiles on us after all. I'd better go and pay a visit to Julia immediately. I just wish there was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing but the tunic on my back. Ah. And there it is. All right. Scintilla and I were in love. And then, 22 days ago, she went missing.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
All right. One night a few months ago, when I was cleaning Malleolus's villa, I heard a young woman singing. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever heard. I wasn't allowed out, so once everyone else was asleep, I climbed up the inside of the villa and onto the roof, just to see where that sound was coming from. And that's when I saw her. Standing in the garden of the magistrate's villa, I just sat there on the roof, listening to her with my chin on my knees. And for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. And then she looked up and saw me, and she smiled. I knew at that moment the fates had brought me to her, and from the moment she asked my name with this warmth and curiosity, I knew I'd have done anything for her. And so for weeks on end, each night I'd climb out of the villa and into her father's garden. We'd hold hands and talk about all the things we'd do once we got out of here. Like having our own vineyard. And then one morning I woke up and everyone was out searching for her. They said she'd vanished in the night. All I could do was keep my head down and try to hide how beside myself I was. Scintilla was the one thing that made my life bearable. But with her gone, things unraveled quickly. You saw how bad it got.
Is it possible she escaped somehow?
All I know is she loved me. And if she had known a way out, she would have told me. She'd never have taken her own life. And there's no way anybody could have killed her under the Golden Rule. I can't prove it, but I just know she's still alive somehow. Even now, it's as if I can hear her voice in my head, crying out to me. That can only mean one thing. Somebody abducted her. I have no idea how, or who would want to do something like that to such a sweet, lovely girl. But what else could have happened?
Any ideas on who might have taken her?
My guess? Malleolus had something to do with it. He is without doubt the most evil man I have ever known. I have no idea where he'd be keeping her, but there is one room in his villa, upstairs, which is always locked. I've never seen the inside of it, and I haven't been able to steal a key without breaking the Golden Rule. But I have a feeling that if you could get in there somehow, it would shed light on a great many things.
I've already tried that. There's no sign of Scintilla in there.
Oh, I see. That was the only idea I had. I'll give it some more thought. Come and find me a little later. I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us.
Does that mean I can talk to you now?
What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm thankful that you're here. Can I help you with something?
Yep, we get to go through this whole conversation all over again.
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose. Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place. Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me. If you like. I'm afraid not. Although I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. I hope it works out. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
I don't think so. I think people are fundamentally good.
You don't think that's a little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent men and women, torn apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer. If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention. I wish I shared your faith. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible. Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Alright, I guess that's that for her.
A shame. Another time then.
Now, when we were conversating, I saw a little glare pop up on the side of the screen. Someone running. So, was that him still running downstairs? Because it looked like he was running upward.
Ave. A golden bow.
Oh shit, where'd they go?
Like Apollo and Diana's.
Citizen.
Where did they... Are they over at Malleolus' palace?
Leave me be.
Okay, where the fuck are the other two?
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheeky youngster?
Mind your damn business, that's how.
Shalom. I feel like I've looked everywhere. At least everywhere I could get to. There are still two places I've never been able to reach. First, the palace. If Navia managed to get in, then I suppose Scintilla could have too. The only other place you could be is somewhere in the Cistern network.
Already been in there.
I remember hearing that Dooley had been poking around in the upper Cistern before he was locked up. So you could ask him about it, I suppose. All right, friend. Thanks for the chat.
Hold on, I'm not done. I have more questions.
Shalom.
Okay, hold on. Let's get
Where am I
more
from and all that.
information from him
Judea,
before we get into that.
Originally. But when I was a child, I moved to Rome with my family, Romanized my name and spent most of my life in the Jewish district of Trans-Tiberim, across the Tiber from the main city. That's where I was when the fires broke out. Everyone was running toward the river and I, listening to my inner contrarian, ran the other way. Every road leading out of Rome was in chaos, full of people with all their belongings in carts and brigands preying on them. Several hours down the Appian Way, I saw another Jewish family being attacked by 3 opportunists. So I picked up a branch from the side of the road and went to defend them. I can only assume they got the better of me because the next thing I knew, I was waking up in a forest, by a river not far from here, with no memory of how I got there. It's strange though, because I still had my purse on me. Why would a robber knock me unconscious and throw me in a river, but not take my coins?
Good on you for risking your life.
A lot of good it did me. And that family. I sometimes wonder what happened to them. I don't. But even if I did, I'm not going anywhere. I have unfinished business. Well, neither of us have a couple of hours to stand around talking about theology, law, and collective punishment, so I guess you're looking for a pithy summary? You remind me of an old story from my people about Hillel the Elder. He was approached by a Gentile and asked to explain the entire Torah while he stood on one foot. Obliging, he replied, "What is hateful to you, do not do to another. That is the whole Torah. The rest is commentary. Go and learn." Of course, what I want to know is, what kind of a god sees a young woman abducted and does nothing about it? Not my god. That's for sure.
Good question.
Thanks. I just wish there was a way to find out. Sentius, I suppose. I'd have to be insane to vote for Malleolus after what he did to me. A skeleton? You're saying she's... No. I don't believe that.
Mind.
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dusk.
Holding it early may prevent conflict between the voters.
Yes. I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments. The last thing we need here is additional conflict. Very well. I'll get things started right away.
So what happens when Sentius wins?
Citizens, I have an announcement.
Election starting.
Because Malleolus has... what is it? He dropped. He gave it up. So I already know how to make him withdraw. I just want to see what happens when Sentius wins. Then I need to figure out how to make everyone change their mind to Galerius. Or at least the majority. Does Malleolus not show up? Or are we waiting on him? Oh, hey there, you son of a gun. Why are you guys... Did I break the game?
Malleolus has withdrawn from the election. Since no challenger has been nominated, Sextus Sentius Imperiosus will remain your magistrate for another term.
My fellow citizens, you've placed your trust in me once again, and you won't regret it. I vow that each day henceforth...
Oh, he's gonna try to kill him anyways.
...like this one, and I will deliver.
You and your rival, whatever your name is, you're responsible for this, aren't you? Nobody likes Caput Murdae foreigners interfering in an election.
Shut up and let the magistrate speak.
Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Wait, I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is, a children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default.
Actually, I'd like to nominate myself, if that's all right.
Of course, Galerius, that's your right. Citizens, the election will proceed.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them? You're Sisyphus was a Greek. He was forcing Tantal. Oh. Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position. So, and I'm in the running for magistrate. Feeling kind of nervous, but I'm hoping it'll all be worth it when I order Dooley's release. I just hope I'll have the votes I need.
I have a feeling you'll do great. Even if you don't win, the next election will be here before you know it.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll... Oh, and if our conversations ever...
Okay, so now I need to start convincing people to vote for Galerius.
Name's Guru. I... Sentius. No. Who do you want me to vote for? Fine, I'll vote for Galerius. But no more favors. We're square. So you're up.
Okay, you're voting for Galerius. Blah, 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 blah.
Sentius, I suppose. Stability is always good for business. Yeah? And what's he gonna do for me? He's nothing.
Would a gift change your mind?
Certainly. For a few thousand denarii. Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with anything else? Very well.
Okay, so we should be fine. We should have the votes needed then, right?
As I said... Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Time to go to the theater.
Too bad I can't... Okay, so that's... Yeah, we should be fine. You're voting for Galerius. Scammer's voting for Galerius. Oh, I want to say his name right. Not Georgius. Here. Fuck. I need to talk to him again to see how... George, I'm sorry, is voting for Galerius. Who else? And Rufius. That only leaves you and the other guy voting for Sentius. So we should be fine. And then we can talk to Dooley and get to the Upper Cisterns.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Helva. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Galerius.
Virgil.
Sentius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism. Galerius.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate...
Fuck yeah!
Galerius
Yes!
What?
Yes! Let's fucking go!
Would you like to make a brief address?
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you've put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be free.
Yes, let's
Horatius,
fucking
release
go!
him from his cell immediately.
Let's fucking
Please.
go!
Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Oh, what now? What do you guys say? What do you guys say for yourself? You piece of shit. You lost. You fucking
May I know
lost.
your name?
Oh, you're not gonna say anything? Happens now that you know.
Nothing really. It won't be long before the golden rule is broken and everything will be reset. I dare say it won't affect me in the slightest.
Fair enough. Okay then.
Thank you.
And then is Galerius still here? They got.
Let me out of here.
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend.
Go!
And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer.
Galerius
So be sure to offer your thanks
I'm
when you
so
can.
excited.
I will.
I'm like actually
I
standing up
will.
right now. I'm so fucking
Thank you,
excited.
Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Hello?
Oh,
I'm
Dooley, I'm so fucking happy for you.
Oh, it is you. Then, thank you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out again. I'm so happy.
Oh, you and me both.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want, and maybe you can help me find my treasure.
He had the plaque the
my
whole
friend
time?
Hannibal used to look after me. And he
Oh,
said he
Hannibal
always
was your
would.
friend. I thought. Why did I
But then he
think
died.
Bash was your friend?
But before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious. He gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust. Oh, thank you. Here's the key.
And
Hope
he
you
gave me the
find it.
plaque.
In the cisterns, way up high, Hannibal said. Oh, look over there. Something shiny. Is it treasure? Maybe it is treasure. I could see it from my cell. So pretty. And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe nobody wants it anymore. Maybe no one will mind if I just take it.
Don't you dare.
Oh,
Many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Dooley, no. God damn it, Dooley. Fuck, so they did lock him up for a reason. He was supposed to stay in his cage. Fuck. God damn it, Dooley. Dooley, I love you, buddy, but come on. Galerius was magistrate. We let you go.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who
Happiest
you are and what
2
you're doing with
seconds
that
of my
bow on your
life.
back?
Jesus. Oh, here we go. Oh shit. Scintilla. That's gotta be her.
You? Who are you? Did he send you? Thank Juno you're here. You have to help me escape before that monster comes back. I'm Scintilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key. Sentius, my adoptive father.
Your own dad?
I'll castrate and crucify him. I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either. Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key. I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the Golden Rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together. There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
Sorry, but I let you go. Everyone is going to die. What if I round everyone up so they are ready to escape once the gold?
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
Let's go. Let's get out here together.
Oh, thank you. Now follow. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
She's gonna break the Golden Rule. You son of a bitch!
What
I don't care.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she? So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al. Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Almost 15? I should be grateful for your stupidity. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
So you asked me to figure out who was going to break the golden rule, knowing I'd fail every time. You knew there was a way out and even locked your own daughter to keep it a secret. Why?
Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later.
So
Any
creepy
idiot
just
could
seeing
tell
her
you this,
standing right behind
but
him.
Where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust. Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely. To cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself? Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow? Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
So wait, is this the same time paradox or a different one?
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well,
is this
trying.
Is this
My
the
Latin
same
is
conversation
kinda
but just
rusty,
different
but the
perspective?
last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about two.
We've had this conversation before.
I didn't for one moment think it was, but the way you say that makes me wonder. I mean, how many people with that name could there be in this place? I don't understand how you could have been here 2,000 years ago. I'm sorry, come again?
Wait, we went from lying to now
let
telling
me
the
see that.
truth?
I've spent
I'm here in the Christian follow sister and follow me. Wait, is there anything up here of importance? No, I can't do anything about that. Aqueduct. What the fuck?
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple. You go on ahead, and I'll be there soon.
I'm gonna have to end it after this conversation. You!
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
No, I found him, alright.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
A lot.
Ah, I see. I thought you might.
Fucking go all googly eyes on me. Jesus
now
fuck.
You know. I suppose you have questions.
Oh yeah, you bet.
You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time. That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead. Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
Yes.
As you wish. You were murdered. You were falsely accused of a terrible crime, and fled into the wild to evade your accusers. On your final night, you were offered sanctuary in the cottage of a stranger who gave you food and money, including, by accident, a coin of ancient origin. Unfortunately, you were apprehended and attacked by authorities. Your host leapt to your aid. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al Word.
No way.
You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's Opal by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here. Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferryman for passage across the river. Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here. That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible, in light of the path you have chosen. I am just his servant, doing his bidding. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, the coins on you and Al were the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here, nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course. I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you.
It's so fucking
You were gone so long I thought I'd
creepy.
never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Sentia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Ending 204. Oh, the plot thickens. We're halfway through the game. So much intel. Oh, I'm so excited. That was so fucking... God, I need to end this now because I'm going way overboard. But I have to know. I have to know something. Can we talk to... Sentia? So this is my opportunity to go back. Hold on. What happens if we just say... Hold on, let me out. That's so sad that I'm just leaving her back there crying. Wait, it was a shortcut that brought me back up here? Oh, so this is what they meant by the upper cisterns. I'm sorry, 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 I'm sorry. I gotta leave you here. I'm sorry. What happens if I say that I'm gonna leave you here? Oh.
Behind me. What? No! You can't just leave me here! How can you be so heartless?
This will prioritize the new quest showing is ejected markers only.
It's no use. You'll never persuade him of anything. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Please. You're making a mistake.
Oh, really? That commoner in debt bondage next door thought he could win over a magistrate's daughter. That's awfully bold of him. I can see why she worked so hard to keep it a secret. Quick, go and find him and ask him what he knows. Oh, I see. Well, it was worth a try, I suppose. Just promise me you won't give up on her. Thank you.
I already know where she is.
We're finally alone. Is that... Ah, now. Me? What are you talking about? You know, you remind me of him. Al Worth.
Yeah, we already had the conversation.
Come now. But he was a moralistic, and I watched him come through the portal each time. Less than 50. And yet everything you've done has been... So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep it secret. Why?
Why? Isn't it obvious?
He's obsessed with all the shit.
And why would I agree to that?
It's the right thing to do. If you don't hang it over, you might have an uprising on your hands.
You might want to think that through. If anyone so much as touches me, everyone dies. Ugh, you and your pathetic morality. Nobody cares about your opinions or what happens, where you're from. Least of all, me. Understand that to me, you've never been anything more than a useful idiot, and you're no longer useful. The only way you're getting this key is over my dead body. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time, so if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here, and you'll never be able to undo it. Is that what you want? I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever, until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me. What are you going to do? Beg the gods for help? They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you. If you're snooping around in my possessions, you're wasting your time.
Fucking son of a bitch. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Well, I guess I end it here now. And it really sucks knowing where Scintilla is. And I can't do much about it besides getting the second ending. And if I kill Sentius, then that breaks the golden rule. You piece of shit. You horrible, horrible, cruel monster. She's right up there. Well, not in that building, but like just below. God, that's so annoying. So what's the third ending then? I mean, I'm assuming the fourth is... Maybe the third is like we use Persephone to help us sneak out. And then the fourth is we actually kill Hades. Maybe. But yeah, Sentius is an asshole. Scintilla is tied up in that little room right there. And we can't tell fucking Sentia... I don't know why it won't give us the option to just tell Sentia, oh, hey, by the way, your sister's locked up, and your dad's the one who did it. Fucking bullshit. But on that note, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. After I get a few more games done, preferably the ones that I'm currently working on and have not finished, I'm going to try to get a little bit more organized. I had a friend suggest to me, you know, maybe try to like pick one game and then post that game weekly, so like throughout the week. So like for example, if I were to take this game and post it every Monday, and then take another game and post that every Tuesday, take another game, post that every Wednesday, and etc, etc, etc. So after I finish up the games that I'm currently playing, with PvP games being the exception, I'm gonna do that and try to get more organized. And with Elder Scrolls Online being the exception, Elder Scrolls Online, I'm still gonna post like the day, pretty close to either the day of or like pretty close to the day it was recorded. So yeah, on that note, please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my gameplay. Leave a like if you like the video. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.